Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Teamworks. This is season 3, and we're on episode 9. In this week's show, we have RolyPoly. Welcome to the podcast, mate. How are we doing?
Thank you for having me, mate. I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. So, what? First of all, what got you into streaming? Just tell me and the listeners a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind
I'm 21. I'm a student still.
me. Yeah.
And growing up, I play games all the time. I never really socialized, went out too much. It was always just I want to play games. I want to play games, and it was to the point where I was somewhat decent at a fair few games. Like I could play most games quite competently, and I figured if I'm sat here playing games for this long each day, I may as well stream it and see if people want to watch. And it turns out people do want to watch. So I've just kind of kept going, and I started in June last year. So we're nearly at a year now, and yeah, it's just been wicked since. I love doing it, and I wouldn't want to stop.
Yeah, the same as well. Me, mate. I've always been a big into gaming since the
Mm,
'90s, early '90s, and I, I don't think gaming would leave you. Gaming's just there for
yeah.
you for life. And I've watched you over the year and how you succeed with your success and all that. Just let us know how did it all come together? When was the moment where wow, my channel is growing type of thing?
Yeah. So it's a bit of a weird start actually. So I started in June,
Yeah,
and without getting too deep, I had a partner at the time, and we split up in August. So in August, I stopped. I just stopped everything. I made lots of friends through TikTok and whatnot. I just kind of cut everyone out for a few months because I was just down all the time basically. Anyway, end of November, I was like, you know what? I want to get back to it. So end of November, I started again, and one day, Mr. Tank Top Johnny reached out to me and was like, "Do you fancy joining?" At the time, Alpha Wolves agency.
yeah,
And I was like, oh, go on then. He sent me the list of all the incentives and whatnot. And I was like, you know what? Doesn't seem to be any downside, so why the hell not? At that point, I wasn't really. It was more of just like a bit of fun. Like, it wasn't really. I'd go on, chat to a few people, play some games. Since I've joined the agency, it's just gone like up and up and up and up. And yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
yeah. It's been crazy, and you know what? I was just going to go on to the agency and all that, but yeah, I remember you from Alpha Wolves, where we all
Mm.
started from, and you know what? November, I joined that, and it was incredible because the way it came is Johnny basically came over to me stream one night. I wasn't thinking anything about it. Like I was just saying hi, like you normally do. And then the
Yeah.
next day he messaged me, and then in a few hours I was in the agency. So
Mm.
it was fantastic. So and you've gone big with the agency now as well, haven't you, mate? So what do you do for the agency now?
So I was in the old agency, as you
Yeah,
know, for 1 month. And then since they're separated, I followed Johnny. I then went up pretty early on into a junior manager role.
yeah,
So I did manage 20 other creators. I was just basically like a role model and a support person. If anyone needs anything, they come to me and
yeah.
I help them out. If someone was to get, banned for whatever, they'd come to me. I can appeal it with TikTok and try and get them unbanned. That was basically my main responsibility. Since then, I have been kind of promoted to manager, which basically it doesn't change apart from my team of 20 creators grows to 35.
Yeah.
I currently have 33, so two more spaces in my team. But like I really do love it. Like, you meet so many people, and I got a message off one of my team yesterday. Actually, I can probably bring it up. Um, it says I appreciate everything so far. So glad I joined TCA and trying to make it more of a hobby. And thanks to the agency, you've like really supported me to help make that happen. And I was just like, it sits with you, you know, when you feel like you're helping people
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
good way, for a good cause. And yeah, I'm really grateful for the agency, 100%.
Definitely, mate. And you know what? Johnny is a fantastic human being, and he's definitely helped a lot of people, including yourself and I. And what would you like to see from the agency now going forward? I mean, I know there's a lot of things happening, but what would you like to see?
I think obviously we have a lot of gamers.
Yeah,
We have a fair few kind of battlers or like live chat kind of content creators. We have book talk starting soon.
yeah, I believe so. That sounds
Uh,
interesting.
and and darts is also kind of on the up. Um, I I'm going to America soon. Actually, that's a good little a thing. But I can't stream games whilst I'm there because obviously I can't take a PC to America. So
Well, you could,
I
but you might get
well,
stopped.
yeah, it wouldn't go very well
Yeah,
getting through customs and whatnot. Um, I think kind of like daily life kind of content creation, like not like a vlog almost, but like day in the life kind of like this is what kind of happening, rather than people kind of sit and chat and battles and whatnot. This could be like out and about, like I'm on the streets of New York City, for example. Like this is what I'm doing. You're live whilst chatting to people and stuff. So I think that's something that a lot of people could do, especially people that live in like major cities or have busy lifestyles. They could really kind of that could be a route, like daily life kind of content.
yeah,
I think would be cool.
yeah, definitely. And you know, the gamers as well. I mean, I used to stream on Twitch, which I thought, you know, I used to love it, but it was one of them. The discovery
Mm.
on Twitch was awful, and it still is. But then
Yeah.
I started streaming on TikTok in November, and since then it's just like wow. I love it more than Twitch.
Yeah, I keep getting asked to go why I don't go live on Twitch, and for me it makes no sense. Why would you?
No, you wouldn't.
TikTok TikTok has such a big like people can get into TikTok. People go on TikTok and scroll
Yeah.
and they'll find you. No one gets home from their 9 to 5, goes on Twitch and starts scrolling. No one does that. That's just not a thing. So
No,
you'll get better discovery on TikTok for sure.
definitely. And you know what? I've also mentioned as well in my previous streams that it's a shame that TikTok that the one feature I think they're missing is where you could raid out to people. Now that would be
Yeah,
an interesting feature because obviously Twitch have had it for God knows how many years. But just imagine having it in TikTok. Just
that'd be so
imagine
good.
how many people you could, you know, raid
Mm.
into and stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, people still do it. Like they will go onto TikTok on their computer and put up a stream and send and say, "Everyone, go here, go and I'm ending stream now. Everyone, go watch this guy instead." But it's not the same as when you can actually like end your live and send and everyone gets sent
Yeah,
directly
yeah.
to that. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. That'd be a great feature.
I think so. So if TikTok are listening, this feature needs to happen. It really does.
Yeah, and it actually does benefit people a lot. I so originally when I started again in November, I played Call of Duty
Yeah.
only Call of Duty. And I don't know if you'll know. Do you know on TikTok Charsky FC?
I
He's
think I've heard of him. Yeah.
really big Call of Duty, like gaming live pro, like top of the rankings a lot kind of guy. Um, he was doing a lot of COD as well. And one night I was just sat there. I think I had like 3 viewers. Someone came in, asked for a 1v1. I was like, yeah, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Charsky raids my stream. 50 of his people come into my live.
Wow.
Heart me's, follows, shares, reposts, all sorts going on. And if you imagine, he probably had 200 viewers. If he could have sent everyone, that'd have, I mean, even an even bigger boost for me. But even still, with what happened, that that kind of started the growth.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, from then on, the growth just went up and up and up. So raiding definitely would be a great feature.
It definitely would, because I remember years ago I was streaming on Twitch one night, not even thinking about it, and then someone raided me with 60 people, and I thought, wow, that is incredible.
Yeah.
But as always, them 60 people, did they stay? No.
Yeah.
Chances are that you might get more people staying on TikTok because people just scroll through it and everything, don't they? You know.
When you saw 60 people joined, and you had that many viewers for however long, how did you feel? Because when I saw Charsky viewers join, and I had 50 odd people, I was red in the face. I was messing my words up. I was really nervous. I was really scared. I got on the spot.
I was the same. I was like,
Yeah.
what do you say? It's like, thank you. Like, but
You got to keep them entertained.
Where did this come from? Where did this come from? And you're like, wow, and incredible. Like, but yeah, Twitch can be dodgy as well sometimes, as in, you know, there's too many follow bots on there, if you want to call them. And I got a load on it, and I was getting sick of it, to be fair. I actually confronted one of them because he was chatting in the chat.
Yeah.
And I basically just said, did you pay all your money just to mess my channel up? And he said, well, you don't know me. I said, yeah, but your mum and her dad must be proud of you. So I was
classic
like,
dig that.
Yeah. And I said, well, have a good night, mate. And he's like, what? So, you know, he didn't like the fact that I've responded to him, and he went, okay.
Probably not used to it either.
But no.
Being confronted.
But going back,
I have no plans to move to Twitch, or even do both.
Well, it's been 6 months since I've streamed on there now. Well, over 6 months, and that's because
would you go back?
No, probably not. I mean, maybe if like there was a TwitchCon event, maybe I might, but I don't think it will, because I love TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok's addictive as well.
Oh, tell me about it.
Have you done where, oh yeah, I'm just going to go to bed now. You start scrolling through videos. Oh, that's interesting. Let's scroll through the next one. 5 hours later.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. Because I finish my streams at about 2:00 ish on average.
Yeah. In
the morning. And I'm like, I need to go to bed. I'm knackered. I'm up at 9:00 for whatever. 2:00 becomes 3:00. 3:00 becomes 4:00. Yeah. And then by then it's like, what have I done? What have I done?
I'm the same. Like, I'll go off at 10:30, and I think, and that's early for me. I'll be like, okay, well, that's early for me. Next minute, I'm scrolling through videos, and then I'll see someone live. I'll go into their live.
Yeah.
5 hours later, oops, I shouldn't have been on this. But also, TikTok's got to be the worst app to drain your battery as well.
Oh, it's terrible. My phone is like hot after like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to come off it.
Well,
but it is addictive.
You end up watching about 2 hours, and your battery's like halfway through when it's full charged. But now, talking about raiding and all that though, I just want to mention Jade.
Yeah, the last few days.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Yeah.
Oh, I only managed to go in their stream last night, as we're talking now. But I only managed to go on it for a few seconds because then my dinner was out, so I couldn't stay in. I was like, oh no. But I seen 200 odd people watching it, and I was like, wow. And apparently
that's been the same for the last few days.
Apparently she's got 1 point something K in the last 2 days, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's caught up to me now on followers.
Oh wow! It's amazing.
No, but she's Jade is like the kindest soul ever, though. So I'm glad it's happened to her. Turns out, a funny story actually. I don't know if you know this. Obviously, I met Jade through the agency, through the Brent's box battles.
Yes, I think
Um,
that's how I met her as well. Through
yeah,
Casey's battles.
so
And
she was never in the agency then, but she just joined the box battles. Um, I think I chucked her a few gifts now and then to help in the box battles,
yeah, yeah.
whatever. Um, and we ended up just messaging on TikTok or whatever. And side story, I was basically stalking someone. It's a bit weird. I was trying to find some information out for a friend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I was looking through my pal's followers on Instagram, and I saw Jade's profile picture, the same picture as her TikTok, and I was like, wait, she must live near me. Turns out she lives 10 minutes down the road,
Wow.
and I've been to a house party with her before, and we played beer pong versus each other. And
Seriously?
I had no recollection of any of it. And then I added her on Snapchat, and she sent me a video. She has a video of us playing beer pong.
Oh,
I
so
had no,
you must have been both at the same party, not knew each other, and it
yeah,
was just one of them. Yeah. Wow. How
yeah.
crazy is
And
that?
that was probably probably 2 years ago now, maybe.
Yeah.
And yeah, but we're like really, really good friends now. Probably one of my closest friends that I've made off TikTok.
Do you know
Um,
what? I've met so many friends off TikTok, but most importantly from the agency.
yeah,
I call everyone that I talk to from there my friends for life. I mean, it's incredible because you go into some Discord, um, you know, groups and all that, and you can end up with a bunch of idiots. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I've been in one of them Discords before, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not staying in there. But now
yeah.
I must be in like close to 100 Discords, maybe more. And
Wow.
I take I, I feel sorry because I'm not always active in all of them,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to leave them because some of them are good friends. So, like,
yeah. You don't want to like accidentally annoy someone, or you know
yeah,
what I mean.
yeah, and especially when someone really supports me, and I've told her that I will get into the Discord when I can, but I'm just either
Yeah, it's,
busy or I've got that many Discords. I can't always see it.
that's the thing. Um, with not the agency itself, but just like TikTok creators.
Yeah,
If you're all in a Discord together, you've all got your own full time job. You've got your family. You've got your own content creation. On top of then interacting with other content creators
yeah,
and being in their streams, and it's a lot. It's a lot of time that you want to put into that thing, but it doesn't come above the other things. If that makes sense.
yeah,
Like obviously,
yeah.
work, family, your own content creation is paramount. You know what I mean? But
Definitely.
building the relationship with other content creators is amazing. It's such a good idea, and I recommend every content creator to interact with other content creators as much as you can.
Definitely, mate. And do you know what? That's what I've done. I go into some of the biggest streamers and I talk to everyone in there, and then the chances are they'll follow you. You know, and that's how you create a audience basically. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
recently I didn't think I would do it this as quick as this year, but I've made the over 1K followers goal. So
yeah. Nice, well done.
so I'm chuffed to bits with that because hopefully soon I they'll be able to all them will be able to say, oh, he's live, let's go on, you know.
Yeah,
But I always interact even when someone just scrolls through. You see the names pop up. I go, hello, you're right.
welcome in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, and that's the main thing is to communicate with. And the interesting thing Johnny said on the last episode, he said, you know, I'm not the greatest COD player, but what I do is I do something silly if I've been killed or something like that, or and people are like, oh, look at this. He's doing
Yeah,
something stupid. He's up and dancing or something like that, and that's what I do.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. He
it's
said something. I
funny.
forgot where it was. It was really clever, and
Yeah,
I'll give him props for it because it is clever. He said there's like three types of content creators or something. You
yeah,
have
yeah,
you have skill, really skillful, good at the game, to the point where you can ignore chat and people will still watch.
Yeah,
You have really, really funny people who doesn't matter how good they are at the game, they're really funny, so people watch anyway.
yeah.
So an example of that is, I don't know if you know Lena on TikTok,
I
plays
think,
Warzone.
yeah, I think I've heard of it.
Really funny bloke. Has so
Sorry,
many viewers
him,
because funny.
him, him. Sorry.
Yeah. Um, and then
We
you
forget
have
about
kind
that
of like
one.
then you have the good
Yeah,
interaction, somewhat funny, somewhat good at
yeah,
games, and that's kind of like the three types.
yeah.
And if you don't fit into, you need to kind of have a which one do you fit into kind of thing. And I think it's clever from Johnny because that is kind of how it is.
Well, it's a really, really good point because, like, I play Fortnite a lot, and I'm not the greatest Fortnite player. But what I
Yeah.
will do is, I'll do something silly if someone's got me down, or if I get someone to go, "Oh yes, I've got someone! Yay, let's go crazy!" Stuff like
Yeah.
that. Um, Even if I go through a game without not getting a lemon, I'm like, well, at least I survived and won. you know.
Yeah, you gotta put a twist on things, make things funnier or exaggerate a little bit, just to make it a little bit more exciting, keep people around and whatnot.
Well, it made it more exciting the other night because I had an agency versus agency battle. I won
Yeah.
it, and then Jay decided that I was doing the pony dance. So I was on live doing the pony dance. It was
Oh
like,
no! Did you clip it as well? Because that needs to be a video.
yes, it is. It's on there now.
It's on there. It's a
It's
video.
it's a video. It
So
is a video. Straight
if
away.
if I'm ever feeling down, then I want a chuckle. I know where to go.
Honestly, do you know what though? I had to repost it twice because originally it got muted because obviously the sound was coming through me Alexa.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it obviously counted as copyright. So what I did is I took the sound out, put it back on, and then put the sound from TikTok, and it worked.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
You know
What
what I
difference?
mean?
Yeah. It's silly how it works like that, but
Yeah,
that is how it is. But on live, you have got to do like silly, stupid things. Like
yeah, yeah.
every 1,000 coins I get in my life, I'll go and do a roly poly on the bed. Like,
I love it. I love that your name's RolyPoly, and I also love that every time you achieve a goal or something like that on your stream, you're doing a RolyPoly. I remember when you were in the box battle once on Brent's, you did one
yeah,
and it failed, and you sort of like went back the other way.
yeah. I do a backwards one, and I always hit this wall, or if there's a little gap at the end of the bed that sometimes I nearly fall
Well,
down
wasn't
to.
it? Wasn't there a video of you falling down that gap?
There's a video. Yeah, so there's a few videos on my channel. One of them is roly poly where I fall down there.
Yeah,
I did a handstand once,
yeah, I remember that
um,
one.
and fell onto my bed, and then onto the floor. It's kind of like a big fall. And there's a recent one. I did a headstand on the bed, up against the wall there, and I hadn't done one before.
Yeah, I
So I was
remember
just
seeing
like,
that.
"Oh, this will be easy. I can do this." I ended up doing a roly poly into the wall and just smashing into the wall, and just toppling over basically.
But
But it's
that's what it's about, isn't it? Though.
exactly, it's doing stupid, funny stuff that, like, you get a clip from it, you
Yeah.
can post it, people love it, it's funny. It might have hurt a little bit, but it's fine.
But the chances are people will watch because you got hurt. It's that
Absolutely,
type
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
thing.
Yeah. They'll find it funnier because I got hurt.
And I absolutely love the fact that people just stay regardless if you're a bad player or a good player.
Oh, it's a really like wholesome feeling. Like I'll go live now, and within genuinely 30 seconds, there'll be two or three people already in there saying hello to me and whatnot. And obviously, it takes a lot of time, a lot of hours live to
Yeah,
kind of build that up. But I think we're about 100, we're at 150 subscribers now.
well, that's brilliant, that
Um,
mate.
and like that's such a big like milestone to have achieved, and to come live. It doesn't matter what time of day. There'll always be someone in there that's in there straight away, wanting to say hello, wanting to chat, and yeah, it's really nice. I'm quite grateful for how far we have come
You
and the
know,
community and the people around me as well.
you know what though, mate. I've seen the way you've grown, and I've also obviously spoke to Johnny and Berry on the last podcast, and they did praise you as well because all the work you've done and how you've grown, and I just think I think it's fantastic seeing a gamer yourself like myself,
Yeah,
and you've gone from a year ago just being there, and now you're at this level now, and it's fantastic to see. And you know what, we've seen it with Jade now. Jade's going places, and just in 2 nights as well, which is unbelievable.
it happened out of nowhere for Jade.
Yeah,
Like genuinely, I mean, unless I've missed something on one of her lives, obviously I can't get into every live. But it just seems like all of a sudden, hundreds of people are just there. And I think TikTok do something because this happened to me.
yeah,
After I played COD and got really, really bored of COD, I moved to Rainbow Six Siege.
yeah. I
And
need to start playing that.
I played that religiously for a good few weeks. But I had like 100+ viewers for like 3 or 4 days. I gained about 1,000 followers, and then it stopped, and then it just stopped back to normal. And I was like, that's really strange.
It
So
is,
we'll
isn't it?
have to wait a few days to see if that happens to Jade. Hopefully not. Hopefully it stays how it is.
What do you
Um,
what do you think it is then? Because I gather TikTok every now and again, see a curator and think, well, we'll boost their views
yeah,
and just top them up, and they'll see
yeah.
that you're also in the agency, so they'll be like, do you know what, we'll help on our behalf as well. I don't know how it works, to be fair.
It's there must be some sort of like requirement or something you hit like behind the scenes maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know whether maybe if you hit so many diamonds or you've hit a goal, like I've reached 1K now, maybe that'll
to
work.
to be fair, after I hit 1K, getting to 2K was really quick.
Was it?
So you might see that happen to you as well. I don't know.
The thing is though, I do two different type of streams now. I've gone into the battling as well now, so
Yeah, yeah,
I do a lot of battles, but I haven't crossed my gaming out because I did have a lot of people come in when I was gaming. So, and I always game, so I'm never going to give that up. Like, but going into gaming as well, what is the best game that you've ever played?
Oh, that I've ever played.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness me.
there's that
I
many.
think it kind of depends what mood I'm in. I've never been the sort of guy to just play one game. Like, um, I know people who just play Fortnite, only Fortnite. I
Yeah,
can't. After a few hours, I'll get bored. I need to play something else.
yeah,
Um, I think Call of Duty over the years, like we're talking Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Cold War. Um, what other good ones were that? To be fair, they were the main three, like Call of Duties that have really been my favourites. But also, bit of a rogue shout. Did you ever play SSX?
no, I
So
don't think so. Oh yes,
snowboarding.
yes, it did.
Yeah,
Back on the PlayStation 2.
yeah, and
Yeah.
long time ago,
Wow.
mate.
Yeah.
That game, I've got a clip of it on my channel. Uh, I was scrolling through my phone one day and I saw a really, really old clip of me playing it. I used to love, love, love that game. I'd sit there and do loads of cool tricks. And
Was that the one that they brought the actually bought a snowboard out for? Because I remember there was
yeah,
one. Was it
and
that one?
they bought out a prequel. They bought out like a newer version called Steep.
Steep. Yeah, Steep. I
Steep's
played
the
that.
newer one. That one I didn't enjoy that one as much.
No,
I
I
remember
didn't for some
SSX
reason.
being a bit like retro and quirky almost.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you go snowboarding like through like city tunnels and
yeah.
like and it was just so good. I could sit there. It was very like peaceful as well. I could just sit there and do loads of tricks and fall on my face and
I used
get
to
back up.
love that. I mean, PlayStation 2 days, eh? But um, talking about snowboarding games and that, do you remember snowboarders?
Snowball, is that another game? Was that?
Yeah, that was back on the PlayStation 2, I think. Yeah.
No, I think it was only
Oh no, sorry.
SSX.
Was it Snowboarders or Snowboarders? I think it was Snowboarders because I think it's been yeah, been brought back on the PlayStation Plus Premium.
I think SSX was a bit
Was
rogue
it
for me. I
called
think it's
Cool
because
Borders?
Dad got me into it. I'm not sure. It doesn't ring a bell.
I think if you've seen it, you think, oh yeah, I did actually play that because
Yeah.
I think everyone played it. I think it was made by the same company. I'm not sure.
Um. But yeah, that was a bit of a rogue one. I think Dad was into it because he's always been a little bit into gaming. So he
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
"Oh, little 7-year-old me or whatever." He was like, "Oh, look at this," and then I was like, "Oh, this is fun." So I kind of played it for a few years. Definitely Call of Duty though is my main game. Always has been.
Yeah, so yeah, I've not. For some reason, I've not been a COD fan to be fair. But what I do like is I like anything with a good storyline.
Yeah.
Like Uncharted,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
some of the best games. Tomb Raider. I did used to play Rogue Company a lot. Now Rogue Company
Okay.
was one of the best games, and when I was streaming on Twitch, that
Mm.
was I've noticed that game was getting me a bit more people coming in. But
Probably because there's less streamers, less
maybe
people streaming that game. Maybe.
or it was a little bit popular because it was new at the time, and
Yeah. Okay.
but I stopped playing it because it's like they fell out of love with the game and stopped making it. It's a bit like Titanfall 2 when they brought
Oh wow! I used
Apex.
to love that game.
Oh, Titanfall 2. Me and my mate used to play on that for God, must have been at least 6 hours a night, either more,
Yeah.
maybe.
I used to love that game.
I loved it,
But
and
it didn't last long though. I played it for a few months and then I was like done. But I played it a lot in those months.
yeah, so did I. I think because you started off basically, and then you went on to I think it was Gen 2 and Gen 3. I think it had like a tier every time you leveled
Yeah,
up
okay.
online. It was with your weapons like leveled up. Um,
That was
I
a,
absolutely loved it.
it must have been a fair few years ago now. That game actually.
Well, that game came out originally for the Xbox, didn't it? And then it got
Yeah,
brought for the PS4. And when I seen it on the PS4 and it was on offer, I was like, I'm getting this because I've
yeah.
always wanted to play it, but I've not been an Xbox fan. Basically, I've got an Xbox One now because my brother got the new Xbox at the time, and I thought, well, why not? I'll have it.
May
He
as
was
well.
giving it away, so best of both worlds. But Titanfall 2, it was amazing, and then Apex Legends
Apex Legends. Yeah,
came
I
out.
played that briefly.
Yeah, I didn't get
Never
into
really
that.
got along with it.
No, I
No.
didn't. And do you know what? It's a shame, really, because they brought Apex out and they forgot about Titanfall 2. So then the matchmaking
Oh,
was a lot harder on Titanfall 2.
right. Okay,
Um,
I'm with you.
I even tried it again and I was like, can't even get in a game. What's going on? Now there's
Yeah.
rumours about the Titanfall 3 coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if
I
that,
wonder. I wonder if there's a player base, a big enough player base that actually want them to come out.
well, I think they did, but when Titanfall 2 was still, good online and it was matchmaking properly, people were saying, "Oh, I'd love to see a third one," because it was
Mm.
popular then. But then Apex came out, that became popular because it was free. You could download it, you play it with your friends. That became really
It's a big
popular.
game. Yeah, big game.
And then it's the same, basically the same team that make Titanfall.
Yeah.
So Respawn is it? Yeah, Respawn I think it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
But they didn't take any interest with the Titanfall 2 then, and then the matchmaking became poor.
But if they were to release a third one
Hmm.
and charge 50, £60 for it, would I pay that for a Titanfall game now?
Do you know what though?
Probably not.
I've always, well, I do it more often now, But if you wait for a few months and it becomes around Christmas time,
Yeah.
it goes on offer straight away as soon as it's come out. Anyway, chances. But I do game share with my mate on PlayStation.
Oh, clever. Yeah, yeah. I'm
So,
PC now, so I can't do that anymore.
well, it's weird. Steam, you can actually do sort of game share, but it's not game share. If you know what I mean, they call it game share, but basically, if you're playing that game, the one that owns that game can't play it at the
Yeah.
same time, and vice versa. So
Okay.
it's not proper game sharing in my sense, because proper game sharing is you can both play it at the same time.
Yeah, and normally you game share to someone so you can play it together.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit rubbish.
I love it with the consoles though, because it's saved me and my mate a lot of money. But in a sense, it's cost us a load more as well, because we, instead of getting one game, we've got two games because we're paying half each.
Yeah. Me and my pal over the years, we every year roughly Call of Duty and FIFA would come out at the same time.
Yeah,
So one of us would buy each, and then we just share it to each other. And we did that. We've done that so many years.
yeah,
When
we've
I was
done
on
that.
Xbox.
We've done that as well. Say I've bought a game, and he goes, "Oh, have you bought that?" He said, "Oh, I'll buy the next one then." So then he goes and buys the next one, and vice versa. Or if we see a game at the same time, we'll go right. We'll go halves on that. Then. Like we went
Yeah.
halves on Spider-Man 2, and
Oh, see,
we got the Ultimate
I wanted
Edition
to
as
play
well.
that. Is that a good game? I want to play it, but I haven't got a PlayStation.
Believe it or not, I bought it when it came out, and I've not played it yet.
Oh no.
And
Okay, I won't bother then.
the reason for it is I've got that many games. What I
Yeah.
do is I'll start a game. I'll be like 50, 60% through it. And then we'll see another game. I'll go, oh, let's go and buy that. My mate will still carry on the game that we bought before, but I'll go on to
Yeah.
the new game. So
Right.
there's never a game that gets completed. I mean, I have got 30 something platinums on the PlayStation, but he's got like over 100 platinums.
Yeah.
So,
At the minute, I keep getting asked to buy Armor Reforger.
yeah, I think I've heard that one.
But I keep saying to people, I'm gonna spend 40 quid or whatever it is in this game. I'll play it once or twice, and then I won't play it again. Like I just know I won't. You know that Props Avalanche that's come out recently that
Yeah.
everyone's playing. I bought that. I've played it once.
And you probably play it again, but it'd be like months down the line, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I like when I'm on stream. I don't want to sit there on my own and play Props Avalanche. I want to sit there on Fortnite with three of my viewers in a
Yeah.
Discord call, chatting away, playing together.
Yeah.
When you're on Props Avalanche, you can't do that. You're playing solo.
Well, I'm definitely hooked to Fortnite at the moment,
Yeah, that's what I'm on as well.
especially where we'll talk about the new season now as well. Star Wars Battle Pass. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Always have
so am
been.
I.
Love Star Wars. Definitely. I haven't. What's the debate? The debate is Star Wars and Star Trek, isn't it? That's the debate.
Is it? So
I swear.
is it a cross between both? I thought it wasn't
No,
because
as in like people say like which one's better kind of thing.
um
Always said Star Wars is the one for me.
Star Wars, I think, because I've watched more Star Wars stuff than Star Trek.
Yeah, and I prefer the older Star Wars films, not the newer ones. I haven't watched all the newer ones because there's so much now.
Some of the new ones are good. I mean, Disney Plus, for instance,
Yeah,
they've got all the TV shows, haven't they?
They've got like a series, haven't they? There's a Star Wars series.
There's
Can't think
quite a
what
few. There's quite a few
Oh,
series.
there you go. There's a few. So I haven't caught up with everything.
There's the
But I'm talking like,
Mendatronian. That's a great.
yeah,
That is a great one. That
I'm thinking back to like The Last Jedi. That's like a good film.
oh yeah, God, the Last
I think
Jedi.
of
That's
the name.
1990s, wasn't it?
Yeah, see, the older ones are just they're great. They're really, really great. And it's good to see it in Fortnite because I love Fortnite and great combination.
Yeah, well, last year, when they had they didn't have a battle pass for Star Wars, but they had the event, didn't they?
I saw, yeah.
and they had skins, and I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm just gonna go out. I had V-Bucks. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna buy a Star Wars uh,
Yeah.
skin, and you know what? That's what I hate about Fortnite. You go on Fortnite, you look at the shop, and you go, oh, "There's some of my favorite skins," and you're like, "Nah, Fortnite, stop it! I'm not gonna buy off you."
There's. I've heard there's going to be a Ferrari collab
Oh,
on Fortnite, and I'm quite big on F1, so
you're gonna get that, aren't you?
might have to buy something.
But the thing
Might
is,
have to.
I get the crew pass now. I don't get it every month, but
Yeah.
I get it when the season pass comes out, and then
Okay.
you get all the passes, don't you? Which is a good thing though. And £10 a month is not bad if you were doing it £10 a month.
I should buy the battle pass really.
The battle pass is brilliant. I mean, I would get the crew pass because it gives you, obviously, it gives you the battle pass, the main battle pass. It gives you OG pass, music pass, and Lego pass. So you get all of them as a price of £10 for the month.
Oh, okay, right, nice.
And it doesn't matter if that month it's expired, you still keep everything.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I might have to do that then. I think when I'm playing Fortnite, I'm very like, I log on, get my stream on, get people in my lobby, and we're playing. I never really like look around the shop or anything too much. Apart from when I knew Sabrina Carpenter came out, I bought her straight away.
I've got it myself. And that's not creepy, by the way, just because
No.
she's a female singer and she's not bad looking, like, but
Not bad looking's an understatement. But
we won't go there because it'll probably be half an hour speaking about her.
yeah, no, I hope the rest of the podcast will be about her. But I think I was out on the day she came out, and we got a group chat with a few people from my community, and they all sent a picture to the chat like of them dressed as Sabrina Carpenter, and I was like, I have to join in. I can't not.
Do you want to know another thing as well?
Go on.
If you got the crew pass this month, you would have got her in the music pass as well, one of her skins.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, it's not the same one that you bought, but it's a different one.
Oh, is it the yellow one?
Yellow one, yeah.
Okay. Well, it would have been good to have both.
Because it would, and I think her new one comes with different colours as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, the blue and the pink one.
Yeah.
And the sparkly.
But yeah, I know. And do you know what? If you see me on Fortnite recently, that's the only skin I've been running around in lately.
Yeah, so if I see the player on the map and it's a Sabrina Carpenter, it might be you.
Oh, that emote as well, mate. You know the one that the first one that she dances to. Four people can interact. By the way,
is that a new feature? By the way,
it must be.
I haven't got any emotes, but I can copy everyone else's emote.
Yeah, me and my brother went, hold on. You can actually do 4 people dancing to that.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's just that song or it's every song.
No, it's every emote. I'm pretty sure.
That's brilliant. That I love that.
When we're in a ranked game and we're struggling, like if we're in trouble,
yeah,
we'll find like a room in like a building, and we'll all just sit and emote together, just to get through it because we're all struggling. And I haven't got any emotes because I'm on a different account to when I moved to PC. Rather than use my brain and link my old Epic Games, I just made a whole new one.
Yeah.
And I haven't bothered going back, so I haven't got anything apart from Sabrina Carpenter. Well, so I have to copy it to dance.
Well, what's really good about it though, if you do have your account linked to console, say you still got console, PlayStation for instance, they bring sometimes they bring Fortnite packs out for you. So you can literally log onto your PlayStation, get the Fortnite pack, and then go back on your PC if you wanted, and it's all there for you, you know. So
yeah, I need to kind of sort my accounts out, but I've got, like we said earlier, like other things take priority over changing my Fortnite account. It doesn't. It's an account at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter.
I know, yeah. But yeah. that's the another thing is when we're all live, we seem to clash a lot lately, don't we? Everyone's live at the same time.
So recently, it's quite funny actually. Do you know Shamps?
Yeah, Shams, yeah.
So he's he's about the similar age like me and most of my community, and he's got involved quite a lot with what's going on with my community, and he streams normally like 7 till like 11 in the evening, and usually I get on about 11 o'clock and stream into the night. So now, now he's known as the pre-stream. That everyone goes to Shamp's stream first,
Yeah.
and then when he's done, I go live, and everyone comes to my stream. So it's kind of funny how it works. We don't clash thankfully because of our timings, because we kind of share similar viewers as well.
See, whenever I've ever gone live, I go, oh no, Roly Poly's live at the same time as me, and I was like, oh, there's going to be a day where I'm going to sit in your stream and say, hi, mate. you know.
Yeah, Mia does this as well. If I'm in Mia's live and I say to her, "Oh, Mia, I'm going live in a minute," she goes, "Oh, for God's sake, no viewers are going to come to my live. Then they're all going to be in yours." And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
That's another thing. I've gone live when Mia's live lately, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh, damn, I've not been able to go in Leah's live or Jade's. But now and again, me and Jade have joined up and done battles as well, so that's a good little thing when you can interact that way as well.
I've been trying to encourage my team of creators to get somewhat involved in battling or box battles or anything they can in sort of the battling sense, because it's so good for your account. It's
It,
so
it,
good.
it, it really is, mate. And you know what? I loved every box battle I went in, Brent's. I loved it. Even if I lost, I loved it. I just
Yeah.
thought it was fun. It was all for a bit of fun. But I was thinking to myself as well. I was coming up with ideas before Brent. Seen Brent doing it, and then it just got me in the mood when I started joining Brent's. And I've said, what about a TikTok's Got Talent box battle?
I've heard about this. I think you said it before to me.
I'm going to get it going. Just going to see how many people would be
Mm.
interested in it. I've got a few people interested, just not enough to say, let's go.
You can put my name down.
You've got a
I'll do.
roly, you got a
I'll
roly
do.
poly. Is that yours?
I'll do RolyPoly, handstands, headstands. I'll do all sorts. I'll be
Uh,
an acrobatic gymnast.
I'm just trying to think of the format that I'm going to do it at. It's going to be similar to, Britain's Got Talent, but
Yeah.
it's going to have slightly different things. So, like, say you have a golden buzzer. Well,
Mm.
it'll be a certain gift to send that person through if you want them through.
Okay.
Basically, yeah,
Yeah. But then I guess you got to have it so that everyone can't just get a golden buzzer.
yeah,
As in, it'd
true.
be like one or two per live or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, I would just, you could get people that would just get people golden buzzards
But
every single.
I'm even going to have a host, a few, judges on as well.
Judges, yeah, yeah. I like it.
I'm gonna make it like stand out as well. I'm just coming up with ideas, see what I can come up with. Um,
Yeah, I've got from my life, and I should shout him out because he's a good lad. I don't know if you've seen Darren in different lives. Darren, he's from my community. He's in Mia's live a lot, Jay's live a lot,
yeah,
Shamp's live a lot.
I'm not sure, but I think
He's a
it's seen
moderator in
Darren.
Discord too as
I
well
think
now.
Darren came into my stream once, but I'm not sure whether it's the
Yeah,
same person.
he might have, and I should definitely give him some credit. He's like my voluntary TikTok manager.
Yeah,
Like genuinely, mine and his chat, we've got like a to-do list of things that want to get done, an ideas list of like what he wants to do. So I'll shout it out now. So I think it starts tomorrow or Tuesday. Like me and him have come up with like a raffle giveaway type thing.
yeah,
So I'm gonna start promoting that soon, and we'll get that up and running. So someone will send a certain gift, and then they'll be entered to win like a Interstellar or something You know what I mean? But if it wasn't for like meeting here in my community, I'd have all of that on my shoulders to do. Which obviously, I'd be happy to do it myself anyway. But it's really good to get a helping hand from your community. He also makes like banners and stuff for me to put on my TikTok studio.
Oh,
Um,
brilliant.
so it's really nice to have someone willing to help you. He said to me the other day, I thought it was really funny. He was like, "You're my little project. Like in my free time, making you grow, making you like
Yeah.
successful is my little project." And I was like, "You're a legend. You're a legend."
It's great when you get people like that. I mean, I'm going to mention her actually. She's not part from the agency, but um, this this particular girl came into me live about just over a month ago, and
Mm.
she started saying, "Hi, you're right," and all that, and I went, "Yeah, yeah, I'm good. How are you?" Anyway, we're really good friends now, and she always comes in when I've got a battle, and she either comes in and snipes me, or stuff like that, or she just says hi, and then it's brilliant. Her name's Leah. I have to shout her out as well because
Yeah.
she's helped me through the agency battles as well. So I just gotta give her credit because that's another thing. You meet people like that, and like straight away you got a bond with your community,
Yeah,
and I love it.
definitely.
I love it when you can just click with people in your stream like that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're best friends now." It's like
No,
we've known each other for years.
it's funny you say that actually. Outside of like TikTok and let's say the real world, I've
Yeah,
got a few pals from work and whatnot. But that's not too many. But uh, someone in my life, you know Demi, right?
yeah, Demi, yeah,
Yeah, genuinely, I'm not like genuinely probably my best friend. Like I've never met her, not once. Only met her through TikTok. Um, if I ever have a problem or if I'm down or whatever for whatever reason, I go to Demi, and
yeah.
she's genuinely lovely, lovely person. And I can say that about a few people. For example, do you know I Benjes?
Yeah,
He's in the
yeah,
agency.
yeah, yeah. I remember him.
When I when I was streaming back in June, I played. Did you play a game called X Defiant? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, that was the one by Ubisoft, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
I think I tried
Um,
it. Yeah, I didn't play it much
I
though.
played that. I played that, and I had one viewer the whole time, and it was him. So I'm grateful for him because if I had zero viewers the whole time, I would maybe have been more demotivated than I would have been if Ben was there.
I
So
know it's frustrating, isn't it? When you see one viewer, it's like, oh, no views. You're thinking, what's going wrong here? But
mm,
you got in your mind, you just keep chatting and chatting and hoping that someone's going to come in.
yeah,
Because there's been times where I thought, oh god, is it worth going live tonight? But then about an hour later, it can happen. An hour later, you got people coming in.
yeah.
Like, wow.
But I probably wouldn't have been so willing to come back if like on my first live back, and I remember it. Um, Ben was in there straight away. I
Yeah.
hadn't been live for 3 months. Straight away, he was in there
Do you know
chatting the
what?
whole time.
Talking about you're not going live for 3 months. I did the same thing, and what it was
Yeah.
is I was playing on Road Company with a few friends, and obviously um, because it was cross-play, and at the time PlayStation didn't have Discord chat in it,
Okay.
so the only way we could chat is through game chat, and I hate game chat. I hate game chat because you can come across some idiots, and we came across
Yeah, you know.
this lad. He's in the same team as us, and then he's calling me all names, saying, "Oh, you're effing this and that. You crap. Or who told you to play?" And I went, "Wow, wow."
Yeah.
I was having a bad day that day as well. I just wanted to relax on a game, and then he called me all really bad names, which I'm not going to mention on here, obviously. But it was one of them. Really got to me, and I went, right, guys, that's me done. And 2-3 months later, that's when I started uh,
Took a right long break.
going on the game again. My best mate said, he said, I've never knew you to be like that. Said that
Yeah.
he was really nasty to you, and it really got to you, didn't it, mate? And I went, yeah, mate. I shouldn't have let it get to me, but it did. And
But if you had a bad day as well, it can happen. It
yeah,
can the final straw kind of thing.
it is. But do you know what? I've had some good memories on that road company as well, because me and my mate would on road company for hours and hours, and we were raging on it and proper raging on it. It was funny, and
Yeah.
I clipped it all and put it into a video because I used to do loads of videos on YouTube. Then I stopped it for some reason, probably because I'm going live. But we did this video, and instead of calling it Rogue Company, I called it Rogue Rage.
Nice, yeah.
And it just showed that me and my mate were raging every time someone got us, or like hackers are on the game, because there's a lot of hackers on that game, by the way.
Yeah.
Like there was one weird hacker. He crouched on the floor, and his body went on the floor, and it reacted like a shield, so you couldn't even shoot him. You couldn't get any health off him. And then he popped back up, and his gun must have been hacked as well, because it literally got us down in one go. I was like, what?
Right, okay. that would make me rage too.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? And then shooting through walls. Shooting through walls. How can you shoot through walls? So,
Yeah. That's what drives people away from games, like Call of Duty as well. That's so bad for it. The hackers.
Yeah, I believe so, because I spoke to someone, female gamer as well, and she said she got a lot of abuse being on that game.
Yeah, it's toxic for sure.
And I think it's wrong, and especially I know we get it, but the female side as well. I'm glad there's a lot of female gamers coming to the gaming world.
Yeah, 100%.
But there's a lot of people out there as well saying to gamer girls, why are you gaming? The gaming's not for you. And I'm like, really? Gaming's for everyone?
I don't know why it seemed like why it's perceived that way.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't make sense. Anyone can play a game. Anyone.
It really doesn't. And you know. So any gaming girls that are listening to this or watching this, just be yourself. Game.
Yeah.
I love the fact that there's gaming girls, and you know what? Most of them are better than us.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they are. They are.
There's a few females who have joined my team, and I think one of them plays COD. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. And I was watching it the other day, and I was like, you know what? I reckon she'd do me. I reckon she'd destroy me. But I backed myself on COD.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, you know what? Fair enough.
Fair enough, yeah. There's some brilliant female gamers out there. Leah, the one I was talking about early on, she actually plays COD, but mobile COD. Now that's got to be the toughest gaming going.
Yeah, I used to play it just like if I was out and bored on my phone, and it's difficult.
It is very difficult because you got have your whole controller on the screen as well, because it's touch. Yeah. And she's actually really good at it, and she streams it as well.
Yeah, there's someone who's always top 10 in the gaming rankings called Zora. It's a female COD mobile gamer, and she's good at it. I'm watching it, and I'm just like, how can you do that? I said to her in chat, I said, have you linked a controller to your phone? Because how on earth are you doing this?
Yeah,
it's really impressive. Really impressive.
It really is, and I love it. And do you know what? I read back in lockdown, there was an increase of female gamers up to about 50%, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. Now that was 5 years ago, was it?
2020, yeah.
Yeah. So wow. I think there's probably equal female gamers to male gamers now.
Yeah,
There's
I
got to
think
be.
it's more that more males play it like not competitively, but like they really try, like
Yeah,
really sweaty. I think that's probably why the the men kind of have this perception that females can't play games because they're sat there sweating, really going for it, and people just play games for fun. You know,
yeah, that's what I do.
doesn't always got to be that way.
I'm not bothered if I'm the probably maybe I'm not the worst player on Fortnite. There might be someone else, but I'm not bothered about that. I'm more bothered about going on, having a laugh with your friends. And there's been moments where, like, I've never done it since, but I had a moment in one of the Fortnite seasons where I got 30 odd, close to 30 other limbs in one
Mm.
game, and
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is going on? What's going on with me? And I clipped it, and I thought, wow, this is a good video. But at the same time, I've clipped other ones where I've got one down, but there've been funny moments, you know. So
Yeah.
like there was one I played, it was Fall Guys, and
Yeah. Yeah.
believe it or not, someone when I was streaming on Twitch, I had all these sound alerts, and one of them was the chicken dance, and
Okay.
the chicken dance got, let's just say it got spammed a lot because people wanted to see me do the chicken dance.
Yeah.
So I'm on this game, I'm on Fall Guys. It comes through, and I'm like, oh really? I've got to put my controller down to go and dance. Anyway, I started dancing. I went to sit back in my chair, and I've almost gone right over.
Oh.
Lucky enough,
Yeah.
I managed to grab off onto the chair straight away. But then I clipped it and put it on TikTok, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And that's what
Absolutely.
it's all about, isn't it? It's these moments of
Yeah.
silliness, craziness. It's that's what get people in the vibe.
And it's my biggest video. I think it's on 99,000 views. I think it is.
Yeah,
It's not even a gaming video. I had a GoPro whilst I was playing football,
yeah,
and I tackled someone, and let's just say they weren't very happy. They weren't happy with the challenge. Um, and then they start like squaring up, so to speak, to me and giving it all verbal and whatnot. And I'm just laughing in this guy's face.
yeah,
But it's a really funny clip because he's really angry. And yeah, it just blows up because funny stuff is like paramount to everything.
yeah.
That is what people
People
want.
people prefer funny stuff rather than the serious stuff, basically.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's why my name is crazy.
There you go then, yeah.
Yeah, I've named it for a reason.
There's a few guys I watch on TikTok now and then. I just like sometimes to go and watch the big creators and just see what they do.
Yeah,
Just for ideas. See could I do that maybe? Would that help me? Uh, they're just funny. You gotta be funny. That's like
yeah,
really important. Really important.
yeah, definitely. And I just want to ask, what tips could you give anyone to grow? I mean, how long did it take you to grow? How did you do it? Would you be able to just give us a little bit of info on
Yeah.
how you did all that?
Okay, so I had like a vision, right, when I started,
Yeah,
because I kind of thought to myself, what do I want to do? Do I just want to sit and stream and like just play games, or do I want to actually create something? Now, when I log onto my computer and turn the live on, it's no longer just me as a streamer and the viewers. It's not a streamer. It's like me and my friends watching me.
yeah,
It's not a streamer and viewer relationship. It's a friend. We're all friends.
yeah,
Um, outside of streaming, I speak to everyone as much as I can.
yeah,
Which obviously helps. But in terms of growing from scratch, I think I've preached this a lot to everyone. if you go into other people's live streams, chat to the creator, chat to people in their live in the comments, send a heart me maybe, give them a follow, and just make yourself known. And if you make people laugh, like we just said in chat, winning. You'll probably get people follow you back.
Yeah.
You'll probably then get them coming to your live, and it just kind of, the more you do that, the more people are gonna notice you. The whole TikTok is, if you look at it as a business perspective,
Yeah.
it's networking.
It is that.
You're selling yourself as the product,
Yeah.
and to do that, you got to put yourself in front of more people. So going into lives, that's number one. Number two, nothing comes easy.
No.
It doesn't just happen. And I think a lot of people expect, if you just sit there doing your live as it is, that one day it'll just blow up. Not quite how it works, unfortunately.
It's
You
not.
constantly got to level up and add different things to your live. So, for example, I noticed on my live I was getting a lot of comments and whatnot, but on TikTok, if you have a lot of likes, it pushes it out more.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, if I want to grow more, I need my likes up. Now, if I'm saying every 5 minutes to chat, oh, everyone spam the likes for me, please, guys, people are not going to want to hear me say that all the time.
No, because
So,
it's like it becomes like, hold on, you're desperate now, aren't you? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, I got a ranking list of the top 5 likers in the live,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, it's a competition. Everyone wants their name on that list. So now, I go live, and the likes just fly out themselves. I haven't even got to say to people, can you double tap the live for me, because they want to get on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
And it's you got to think. Give viewers a reason to follow you. Give people a reason to like. Give them a reason to gift. Give them a reason to subscribe. If there's nothing in it for them, apart from your happiness as a creator, like if you gift them whatever, you might smile, say thank you, be appreciative and whatnot. But if they don't get anything back, they're less likely to.
Yeah.
So obviously have a USP. This is a bit businessy, but a USP, unique selling point. What do you have to offer that other creators don't? As for me, I'll make myself look silly and do a roly-poly on the bed,
Yeah.
and you'll get a little laugh out of it.
And me,
That's
I'll go up and do the dance to Pony.
There you go. So people have a reason
Yeah.
to interact with you and support you. Same with me. So you need to think about it as a business, like you're selling yourself. So a USP, interaction, and just giving people a reason to support you, basically.
Well, that's another reason as well. I do this podcast as well. I bring people on thinking, not only will it grow my community and stuff like that, but I'll be helping other people. Like,
Yeah,
you never know. You might get more followers through the back of this. We don't know, but that's what I want to give people the chance. I want the people the chance to come on, have a good conversation about gaming or streaming, whatever they want to talk about. And some podcasts, you see some podcasts, and it's all question related, and the guest, yeah, like an interview, which I've always said, no, I don't want to do an interview. I want people to feel comfortable when they come on, and not, yourself, if it's an interview and there's questions being asked, it can be like, oh, how do I answer that question and stuff like that. So I may drop a question now and again, but that's only to like what's your favorite game, like I said, but it's more of a flowing conversation, what you were doing everyday life, and I think that's why we go over time all the time as well on the podcast, because it's just a natural chat.
Yeah. But like I said, I think I said it to you in DM when I was listening to the podcast with Johnny and Berry, because I'm like I said it to Johnny. my mindset is fully with the agency. Like,
Yeah, man.
I want us. We're growing really well now. I want us to be at the top one day. I want to be a part of it. I want to say like I helped do this. So seeing and listening to that podcast where they went into detail about what's going on, and you could see it and you could hear it how genuinely like passionate they are and how much they want this to work.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was amazing. I genuinely thoroughly enjoyed. I might even re-listen to it. It was that good. I loved it. So I was like, it was, yeah.
Do
I
you
was
know
really
what's
happy.
funny about when I record my podcast? When I release it, people are like, oh, people probably think, oh, he doesn't listen back to it because obviously he edits it and all that. He's not going to listen back to it when it's released. I put my headphones in and I listen to the whole episode
Yeah.
just to hear what it was like, and
I,
I love it.
when I was watching it, the one with Barry and Johnny, and I think they mentioned Jade at some point,
Yeah,
and they mentioned Mia at some point. When I got to that bit where they mentioned one of them, genuinely, I shared it to them and texted them saying, "You're on this podcast. They're talking about you," and both of them were so excited. Mia especially, she was ecstatic at the sound of people talking about her and what she's doing. So I think if people knew about it, you like if you spread it out a lot more, people will come on and talk.
well,
100%.
for instance, I had 1K followers on the Twitter page that I've got for it. But there was a glitch in the Twitter page or whatever it was. I lost over 200 followers.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, I don't know whether maybe some of them were really followers or whatever. But whatever it was, it put me back down, and I'm thinking, I put an announcement saying thank you everyone for making me reach to 1K, and then you see your followers down and you think, oh god, what's going on? What's going on? Why is that many people unfollowed me in the 2 days? But then it did it twice. Like, I lost a lot of followers, and then the next day it went back up to the same, and I'm thinking, that's a glitch, that, isn't it? It's got
Yeah.
Then it went down again, but it went down even further, and it stayed at that point, and I'm thinking, it's definitely something to do with Twitter.
Yeah, or maybe it's like botted accounts that have been banned or something. Maybe.
Yeah, but I'm still on a healthy number, 817, I think it is.
Yeah, well, the more you do it, the more.
I'm in a lot of podcast group on there as well, so we all chat on there. I've been on a few other people's podcasts as well, and that's how you get yourself out there. But no, my mission is to give people a chance to tell their stories, why they became a gamer and why they stream, why they got so much passion about it, and it's great. And do you know what? When I got a voice message off you the other week after you listened to the podcast, and I thought, oh, isn't that a really nice voice note? That just hearing feedback like that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I get feedback or not, but just hearing that just made my day. That, because I was thinking, wow, people do actually like what I do. And
but it's always good to hear, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
whenever you do anything and you put the time and the effort into it, like, I'm sure, you could be doing something else, but you've worked hard to, make this podcast, make the channel, record however many episodes, and when it's good stuff, it's good. It's good to receive positive feedback. It makes you feel good, doesn't it?
It does, mate. And you know what? I had a co-host with me, but he's not always available now. So I've been doing it solo, but I can do it. And but the good thing about having a co-host is you can get both sides of questions and talking, and
Yeah.
But no, it's been amazing having you on the podcast, mate. It really has. And do you know what? I seen your story on TikTok early on. Doing a podcast with Crazy Ninja. Oh,
Yeah,
I was like,
out, yeah.
I was buzzing when I seen that. I was like, wow, it just shows that you're people are excited to do these things, and
Yeah, well, I want people to know about it. I want people to see it and watch it, and then
yeah,
see the next one and the next one, and the next one. I think the more people that see it, the better. Like that's what we want, really.
definitely, mate. And do you know what? I think it is. I mean, this is the third video podcast because for years I've been doing just audio, and the reason for that is I was like, yourself when you record and stuff, and especially a video
Yeah.
online, it can buffer. And I was sort of like, should I try it? And it buffers. I don't know. Um, so then eventually thought, you know what? I was always going to bring a video podcast out, and I thought, do you know what? The best thing to do is try it with my co-host. So I brought him back. We had a little go at it. There was a few little issues, as you would imagine,
Yeah, yeah.
but not too many issues. And then we had Johnny and Berry on. There was a few issues on that, but I managed not enough to say, "Oh, it was really bad." I could
It was
actually,
mainly just Barry, wasn't it? I think
yeah, I
Barry
could,
was.
I could,
Yeah.
I could edit them bits though because there was quite a few long pauses in that. Believe it or not.
Okay.
So I that's why it took ages to come out. I edited most of that to make it look like, oh, it's just like gone on to the next question and stuff like that.
Mm.
But no, it is amazing. I've enjoyed having you on, RolyPoly. I love the name,
Been a
by the way.
pleasure.
Every time I say that, I'm thinking he's going to do a RolyPoly
But
now.
the story behind it is, I've said it to people and they just don't believe it. They think I made it up. It's long story short, because we're getting on a bit now. I had a pal back in year 11, so good 5-6 years ago. I had a pal who had a missus,
Yeah.
and they were breaking up. Like it wasn't going well. Uh, and she said to him, like, you need to do 3 things for me, and I'll stay together with you. Like we'll stay together. Generally, this is a
Really?
true story. So one thing was a video or a pic. No, it was a picture of
Yeah.
him with like a teaspoon balanced on his head. Generally, and he sent this picture to her
Yeah.
with a teaspoon on his head. Next one was a video of him on his knees, like begging, basically, for her to stay with him. And the third one was a video of him doing a roly poly, and it's quite terrible what happened actually. She saved these videos, left him anyway, and then sent them the videos to me and everyone
Wow.
else. So all the lads, got this video, and one day we were just, on COD how people change their names to like
Yeah.
phone numbers and stuff just to be funny.
Yeah.
I changed my name to Roly Poly, and everyone thought it was really funny. And since then, the name's just stuck.
And that's
But
that's what's on all your socials then.
yeah, I'm now known as Roly Poly. He
Amazing.
doesn't know. He doesn't even know, by the way. He doesn't even know this even exists. So one day he'll know that my name's come from him.
Oh,
Maybe he'll feel better about it.
he might come across this this then and see it.
Yeah,
Um,
he might hate it. He might be okay with it. I don't know.
I'm hoping that he sees the funny side of it though.
Yeah, well, it's good. I do the roly polies and stuff. It's funny. It's you know. People think it's a jam roly poly though, and I'm like, no, it's not that. It's a forward roll roly poly, not the same one.
Brilliant, mate. We'll just well, if you want to show everyone the roly poly, shall we get
I can
out?
do it.
Go on,
Yeah, I
then.
feel like it's only right. Let me get some lighting on.
Yeah. Here we go,
It's only
guys.
right.
Here we go, guys. The first ever roly poly on a podcast. Here we go. Look at that professional 6 point. No, 9.0. He's got a 9 for that, guys.
May as well finish it off with a little roly poly.
Brilliant, mate. I'm just going to end the podcast with a few episodes. Episodes? Oh, okay. A few questions. Well, say 2 questions, basically.
Okay.
First question is, if you was in a game and you had a choice of being that character, and what ability you have with that character, what would it be?
So I can pick a game and my ability.
Yeah, so say you pick a game that you really, really like, but you go in as your own character, but you got to pick these abilities that you want to progress through the game. What would it be?
Oh, see, this instantly rings a Destiny seems like the perfect game for this.
Yeah.
If I was in Destiny, oh, I would mix, right? Have you played Valorant? Have you before?
Yes. Did they used to play it years ago? I can't remember though. I can't
So
remember.
there's a character in Valorant who basically their like ultimate ability is they can throw like these like knives at people.
Yeah.
So I would pick Destiny 2 because I love that game.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'd have that like these swords, like the little swords that big,
Oh
little like
yeah, yeah.
knives.
Them ones. Yeah.
That'd be sick. That'd be my choice.
With all the armor, and every time you level up, bigger armor on you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, big chunky armor, like a knight, but with swords that you just throw at people.
I can actually see you being a character on Destiny.
Yeah,
To be fair.
yeah. I mean, I'd love to be if if they
Right,
want a new
guys.
character. RolyPoly.
Destiny. If you're watching this, get RolyPoly, and he could be RolyPoly.
I can do like a RolyPoly, and as I get out of it, I throw swords.
Yeah,
That could work.
and your character's name would be RolyPoly.
It sounds like a great idea.
I think it needs to happen. Or we'll create our own game and we'll definitely get RolyPoly in it.
Yeah, one day that'd be amazing.
Wouldn't it just
Be in a game.
absolutely amazing, mate. Good choice there, I have to admit, because I used to play Destiny 1 for hours and hours. For some reason, I've not played Destiny 2 as much. And like I say, it's because I've got too many games. And I'm like
Yeah,
switching to other games. And
literally that's the
if you're
problem.
stuck on Fortnite because you want to complete the season, you don't go on any other games but Fortnite then, do you?
That is unfortunately how it works.
I know. There's so many games I want to play. Like, I haven't even played Spider-Man 2, like I say. I want to
Yeah,
play
exactly.
it.
You definitely should. I want to know what it's like.
Well, let's just say there is another Spider-Man game coming out, but it's the last one. And believe it or
Okay.
not, guess what the name might be called?
Is it Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, but with a name.
Oh, goodness me. Is it like the whole Spider-Verse thing?
Yeah, well, it's got sort of the same name as the Avengers Endgame. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
basically going to be I think it was rumored to be named Spider-Man 3 The Endgame.
Oh, okay.
So not Endgame, The End Game.
The end game. Okay.
Yeah, that's rumors, and that'll be quality. That because I wonder if there would be a scene there or shows anything from the Avengers Endgame.
That'd be good. I love that film. That'd be wicked.
Yeah, would be. So yeah, I haven't played that, but I want to play it.
Well, maybe play the second. Maybe play the one that you've got before you buy it because you might not even like it.
Well, I've completed the first one.
Okay, so you
Um,
played it before.
Miles Morales, I've completed the story, just haven't got all the trophies for it yet, because you got to do
Yeah.
side missions. Um, but when we bought the, was it? I think it was Spider Miles. Yeah, Morales. We got it as a bundle, and it came with the Spider-Man One remastered because they remastered it as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And when they remastered it, let's just say Peter Parker now looks like Tom Holland.
Oh,
So they
okay.
remastered and he looks like Tom Holland now.
Yeah, I guess the remastered kind of makes sense a little bit.
Yeah.
Bring it
So
all up.
I got to play that as well, but I think I'll go to Spider-Man 2 first because I already know what the story's like on Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna play that soon and hopefully soon as well. Last
Let me know because I'd love to
will do.
play it.
Well, I know the first one's on Steam.
Oh, okay, good.
The second one is meant to be coming out to PC as well. Hold on, it might be out on PC actually. Now talking about it, yeah, it is.
I'll have to keep an eye out then.
Yeah, Spider-Man. You can get Spider-Man games on PC now. It's just Xbox you can't get it on.
Oh yeah, PC works for me though. PC works.
Brilliant. Last question, and I always ask this to every guest at the end of the show. Is there any shout outs you want to give to anyone?
Oh,
And there's a
so
lot. There's probably a lot. You probably got a big list there.
yeah, well, I've already briefly mentioned Darren. Been
Yeah,
really really helpful for me. Um, I mentioned Demi, kind of my best friend, to get me, whenever I'm down. Um, a guy called Gilly. I actually met him for the first time yesterday in person.
yeah,
Met him as a viewer from TikTok. So yeah, he's a good lad. There's so many people I could shout out. Um, I feel like Berry as well, because Berry kind of from even from the old agency, he kind of took me under his wing a little bit.
yeah.
Kind of, I think he saw something straight away because we kind of clicked as well. And he kind of really got me going. Um, I think I've kind of mentioned everyone that. I'm gonna feel terrible if I miss someone who's up there. Johnny as well, obviously, because running the agency, and without the agency, I wouldn't be where I am. So that's probably the main people.
Yeah, I was gonna say good, really good shout outs them. If I was gonna shout anyone, obviously you, RolyPoly. I think you're fantastic in what you're doing. So keep that up, because you're doing
Thank you.
incredible, mate. Not a problem. And the agency, I've got to give them a shout out again. Johnny,
Yeah.
Berry, the whole team basically, and everyone that is in the agency, because
Yeah.
I've seen everyone grow. I mean, for instance, you look at Mia. Mia has come into it now. She's doing really well herself.
Mm.
And believe it or not, I didn't realize, but she used to live about 15-20 minutes away from me.
Oh yeah, she's moved recently, hasn't she?
Yeah, but she still goes back there because her boyfriend lives over there. But I didn't realize she was from Wigan. I I
There's
didn't realize that.
a
It's
few people from the agency are up there.
incredible, isn't it? Because you think to yourself,
Mm.
no. And then obviously Jade's. I
Down the
mean,
road from me.
talking about Jade, I think there's everyone you can say have done fantastic in the agency. But I think the one that stands out the most, and the reason why I say this girl is because she gone from being just behind a filter, gingerbread,
Gingerbread, yeah, yeah.
and then all of a suddenly she's come onto the camera. She's got a confidence because she's been in the box battles and everything, and now she's doing battles with the camera on all the time, and that is incredible. And
Big
I have to,
numbers as well.
big numbers in the last 2 days. So we got to give Jade a lot of credit.
Yeah,
Really,
massive
really
shout
have.
out for Jade for sure.
And
For
also
sure.
one more shout out I've got to give out to is Katie for organising me all these agency battles for me.
Yeah,
So
I'm glad Katie's come across from. I've known Katie a long time, and I was always trying to. I was like saying to her, like, come to us, kind of thing. Um,
yeah,
and she eventually made the move, and I'm glad she did. But a few people you probably wouldn't. So Mia, for example, I'm not gonna take full credit, but I put some work in to convince her to start going live. And
yeah,
hopefully she would say that I played a part in it. I felt like I did. And there's a few others like iBenges as well. I can kind of convince him to start going live, and people love it once they've started. They love it.
they really do. I mean, for instance, I met a lad months ago. He come through my stream, TikTok. He never used to stream a lot. He's streaming quite often now. He's always supported me with gifts, coming in and speaking to me. But now he's also joining the agency.
I see no reason for anyone to fly solo.
Well, believe it or not, I, I I've come across a guy called I think it's SG Gaming or something like that,
Okay.
and he's in another agency. And he had a battle the other night, and he saw me live, so he invited me to co-host with him to do a little warm-up battle.
Yeah.
And I told him about what we do in the agency, and he went,
Mm.
our agency doesn't do that. They demand diamonds and so many diamonds a month." I said, "No, we don't do that, mate." I said, "We just we just require 20 hours for 12 days, if you can fit it in."
Which is not much.
Which is
Let's
not
make
much. You can do
that's
that.
not
And he said, "Oh yeah,
much.
that's brilliant." And then I told him about, you can be put into a hat for a giveaway. We've got tank tokens now, which is absolutely amazing. So you can earn from your streams. And also we have FIFA leagues and game nights,
Oh yeah.
so on. And he's thinking of joining us now.
I wasn't in a different agency
Yeah.
before, so I kind of just assumed at the beginning that like tank tokens and community game nights and stuff. I assumed that was just like the norm for
Yeah.
agencies, but it's not.
It's not, is it?
It's like, and I think that's definitely a USP for people to join us.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know what? Do you know what? There's that many shout outs I could give to someone, but I've missed someone as well. And I've got to point this girl out because she did so well in the box battle. And you I think you know who I'm going to say. Tori.
Yeah. Uh, I have so many like it's a weird one with me and her.
Mm.
I I really want. I think she's struggling at the minute with that the confidence kind of like the side of it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before. I've seen it the other night on a mum's stream because her mum had issues and she come into the stream to help her with stuff. But I've noticed she's not been live streaming a lot lately. But I wanted to say her name just because she did so well in the box battles. It was absolutely incredible. I think it was just one night only. It was like she had 40 odd K, and I was thinking, wow, that is amazing.
Yeah,
And then obviously she won the universe, which I was so
yeah,
chuffed to bits with her.
that was a good
But
moment.
but I haven't seen her live lately, so I was a bit like, is she okay and all that? But
Yeah, I I won't go into like too
no, no, no,
personal,
no. But
but um, obviously there was a situation going on between us, which ended quite sour, and I think she slowly lost a bit of encouragement and willpower, I guess. And maybe I might have like supported with that because obviously I was the manager as well at the time,
yeah,
and we were quite close. So maybe she's lost a little bit of the encouragement and confidence that she did have. And I've tried to stay somewhat in contact and really try and push her to keep going because she does really really well whenever she's live,
she does. She
and it's
does
quite
amazing.
it's I don't want to say disappointing because I don't want her to feel like there's pressure on her to keep it up. But it's a shame almost that uh, she's kind of dipping out of the whole live situation. I mean, by all means, I hope she comes back to going live a lot.
Maybe she just needs a break. We all need a break sometimes.
Yeah,
Wind down.
I I think a lot's been going on in recent weeks, and that might have like took a toll on the whole streaming thing. But I really wish her the best,
Yeah,
and hope she comes back to it. She's a great person for the community. I see her in Discord. There's a different Discord chat that Natalie owns, who's not in the agency, but she's a community member.
yeah.
Um, and she's really chatty in there with everyone. And in terms of the interaction side of things, she's number one for that. She's really, really good at chatting to people, making friends, and all sorts like that. So yeah, massive respect to her. Like, I hope she comes back to it all.
Yeah, the same. So
Yeah.
just want to give a shout out to her as well. I hope she does come back strong than ever because she is brilliant when she does go live. A lot of people respect her, so we wish you all the best, Tori. We really do. And
Mm.
I hope you're listening to this because I want to mention as many people as I can because
I'll,
I just think it's nice to get you know
I'll,
people
uh,
out there. You know,
I'll definitely text her and say, "You need to watch this. You need to watch this."
so
I won't say why, but you need to watch this.
yeah, honestly, you need to watch this. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, Roly Poly, it's absolutely been fantastic. You know, we said we were going for
How long has it been?
an hour and 35 minutes.
Oh
So yeah,
well.
but that just shows you because it's not an interview; it's more of a conversation. There's that many things that we could talk about, and it just goes on and goes on. And that, do you know what? Weird
You
enough,
wouldn't change, you wouldn't want to change that.
no, we don't. And the first
No.
time I tried it with Johnny and Berry before we noticed that there was no audio, it went over 2.5 hours. That one.
Oh yeah,
We
I
won't
mean
get that one back, like, but
I could definitely sit here for another hour and chat a bunch of rubbish about stuff. I mean, by all means, we can do another one at some point and carry on chatting
definitely.
about.
Do you know what?
Oh,
I'll definitely get you on for like a part two or something like that because
yeah,
Johnny's been on it twice. Um, I definitely think maybe in a few months' time you can tell us what else has happened with your community and stuff like that. So yeah, it'd be a
yeah.
good
Well,
time. Good time to do that.
I'll be in America for the summer, so things will change drastically then.
Oh,
So
we'll get you back on
um,
in the summer then.
I'll have stories to tell, I'm sure.
Definitely, yeah. We'll get you back on the back in the summer, mate, and get you on for part two. But it's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you for coming on the show, mate.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you for hosting. Been awesome.
Thank you, and take care. Bye, mate. Bye bye.
Bye bye.